coping skills here, back with another reaction to Diana Ankudinova with Rechenka. Excited about this one. Been suggested a whole bunch of times. So yeah, let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, I'm a licensed mental health counselor in Florida. Started doing reaction videos to try to raise mental health awareness. So if you like the content, if you enjoy it, consider subscribing, hitting the like button, or even if you just like the premise of the endeavor, all the support that you can muster is appreciated, and I'm very thankful. Thank you so much. If you do want to support monetarily, there's a way to do that through a link in the description called Buy Me a Coffee, or you can become a member of the channel, where you get early access to videos and make sure that I respond to your comments. But don't feel obligated, just a way to support if you are so inclined. Without further ado, let's get to Rechenka from Diana Ankudinova.
Ты река, моя реченька. Ты течешь, да не колыбнешься.
Wow, this is beautiful. I don't remember ever seeing her go kind of that high before, so it's refreshing to hear her kind of go into that higher registry. It's beautiful. The premise of the song is very interesting, right? This Rechenka, it sounds like, is the river, and it's gonna keep moving, keep living. It's not gonna kind of be stopped by anyone. I guess it's a Russian folk tale, so maybe there's some deeper meaning behind the song. If so, let me know in the comments below. I'd be interesting to learn. But let's go back and hear that beautiful tone, the upper registry. And I also wanted to call out, in the last reaction I did to Diana, it was yodel time. So I know she can yodel, and she's kind of using a little bit of that skill set here. So that's kind of interesting, right? She's intertwining those things that she's learned into her performances. So that's cool. Let's go.
Ты течешь, да не колыбнешься. Ой, да ты дитя, да мое дитятко, да ты чего сидишь? Да не улыбнешься. Ой, подруженьки, да мои милые, ой, да ничего-то мне радоваться. Ой, да ничего-то мне улыбаться. У нас коней-то полон двор.
All right, this really got into a little bit more folksy vibe, so this is cool. Reminds me of something very kind of primal, a little old school. Beautiful. Her voice is immaculate. I love how she said that this river is going to flow without quivering, like without fear. And you can tell that Diana here on stage, zero fear. fearless. She is comfortable on stage. I know at this point she's 14 years old, and she's been singing on various stages for going on 8 or 9 years now. So yeah, very comfortable on stage at this point, but definitely showing no fear. I think she loves it. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. This voice reaching out to Rechenka here is asking, why don't you have a smile on your face, right? And then Rechenka's responding back, well, it's because I don't have a reason to smile right now. Like, things are rough. I'm dealing with things. Yes, on the surface, maybe things seem good. Like, I've got a bunch of horses, but we'll get into the but here in a second. It's beautiful. So yeah, let's go back a little bit. And man, when it broke down, it was kind of that drop was really good.
Ой, подруженьки, да мои милые. Ой, да ничего-то мне радоваться. Ой, да ничего-то мне улыбаться. У нас коней-то полон двор. Агустейто, полна горница. Нет у меня отца-матери, некому меня благословить-то.
Everybody waiting for a break to pause or to hit their buzzer. I was doing the same thing, waiting for a button to hit my pause, right? Or waiting for a break, a good spot, not to disrupt the flow. But I really want to hear that kind of yodely technique, right? I can't do it, obviously, but it's beautiful. Beautiful tone. And now we're kind of seeing some of the story come together, why she's not smiling. Some sort of arranged marriage being forced on her because maybe she's an orphan. She has no mother or father to present her, to give her away. She's pleading with her bridesmaids. And yes, there's a lot of people there to celebrate. It's a big deal. Everything's beautiful. But she's still being forced to marry something that she doesn't want to go through with necessarily, and her family isn't there. So of course there's some underlying sadness even at what is supposed to be an extremely happy affair, right? So yeah, beautiful. But I want to hear that beautiful vocal technique here again.
Некому меня благословить-то. Моя реченька, ты течешь, да не колыбнешься.
thank you for the translations, Mr. Konstantin Vigas. You've commented on the channel before. I've used your videos before, so thank you. I appreciate it. Without it, I wouldn't be able to do much of an analysis, right? Being an English speaker. But now I'm able to break it down a little bit. And I think what I'm getting there at the end, as she's kind of saying the river flows and she's not going to be afraid, is that she's going to go through with this marriage because it's important. Maybe, if it's a folk tale, a lot of arranged marriages and things were to unite clans or countries or people groups under the banner of a marriage. It's kind of like a way to do a peace treaty, right? So maybe she's trying to muster courage to do that. Maybe her parents died, right? And she's maybe the living heir of royalty or something, and now her marriage is very important. And it's kind of being pushed on her, but she's willing to accept that and follow through with that river, with that choice, without fear. And from a mental health perspective, I think it draws from something that's very important, because a lot of times we have to go through things in life that we don't want to. They're uncomfortable. We can't dictate our circumstances perfectly. We can't dictate our circumstances a lot of the times, even at all. But we can dictate how we approach them and how we go through them and how we prepare for them. And a lot about mental health isn't about the crisis moment, the thing that happens that triggers you or that sets you off or that pushes you down or that sends you into an array of huge emotions. It's about how you're stabilizing yourself, how you're equipping yourself, how you're view your mental health and your ability to deal with life as like a toolbox. And every time you develop a new coping skill, it's kind of like adding a tool to the toolbox to deal with a certain type of situation, right? One of the examples I used to give a lot is, one of my coping skills that I like to use that I mention often is walking my dog, Roxy. She's awesome, and I love walking her, and it helps me kind of de-stress as long as I'm in the right mindset. But if I'm at work, well, I can't take a break and go walk my dog, right? Or if I'm driving somewhere, I can't go walk my dog to help me deal with the stress that I'm feeling in that moment, because it's a different circumstance. So I can't just rely on walking my dog, right? That won't work. And a lot of you listen to Diana here as a coping skill, but there's certain situations where maybe you can't put on Rechenka and calm down or muster some rally cry of courage, right? And you have to use something else because of the setting or the situation. So I think that this boils down to being well prepared to take care of yourself is having a variety of coping skills at your disposal that you use regularly so that you don't get to those crisis moments. And then when a crisis moment does happen, you have several options, depending on the circumstance, to bring yourself down, right? So if you're at work, I might not be able to walk my dog, or you might not be able to put on Diana, but you might be able to take a couple minutes and clear your head, go for a short little walk, go to the restroom, look in the mirror, pump yourself up, positive self-talk internally, right? There's a lot of different things you can do, but being aware and having them in your toolbox, that's important. Anyway, it's a long explanation, but I think that this song really hits on that. Whatever was going on, whatever they didn't like about the marriage that they were heading into, and there's a lot of negative circumstances around it, not having their family there, they were willing to muster the courage and do it for whatever that greater good was that they were approaching. So yeah, I appreciate it's a beautiful song, sung amazingly. I think each one of those judges was just shocked, because it was so beautiful. But I think also I wanted to call out here, is this her adopted mother? I wanted to know. If so, thank you, Miss whoever you are, for doing such a good job sewing into this young talent, this young beautiful lady. Well done. Well done. So, in any case, thank you so much for listening to me ramble on about mental health. But it's important to me, and I think that it displays this, and I know a lot of people listen to Diana to really get a grasp of that, or use her music and her spirit, her attitude, her energy as a coping skill to de-stress. In any case, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Until the next time, maybe click on something, and we'll see you later. До свидания.